Now, for those who don't know, those who are new to football, because we got a lot of new football fans here lately, Taylor Swift effect and all that stuff. But those who are new to football, that C behind you on that helmet, that C behind you is not for clowns. It is for the Chicago Bears. It is an iconic franchise. Hallis Hall and all that stuff, all that hit Monsters of the Midway and all the NFL films is in part built on the Chicago Bears and their stories. What's going on, man? Robert, I thought they were doing the right thing. I thought Ryan Poles going in the right direction. I love the trade they made. Trading down from one. I like DJ Moore. I like Justin Fields. It had some cap space. I thought they were going in the right direction. What the hell is going on with the Chicago Bears?
It might as well be clowns at this point, Michael. That is more accurate if that's what that C stands for these days. I honestly, it's hard to even pinpoint one cause of what's going on right now because it's coming at them from about 10 different directions. They still had a talent deficiency on defense coming into this season. They probably had the least talented front four in the NFL, even after signing Yannick Ngakoue. It was going to be hard for them to get after the quarterback. We've seen that throughout the first 3 games. You combine that with injuries on the back end of the defense. They got backup defensive backs in there. They can't get a pass rush. They run a very simple zone-based scheme. And when you don't have the players to run that scheme or the talent to drive it, combined with the injuries that they've been forced to deal with, we see what those results look like. It's one of the worst defenses in the league again. That was always on the table, though. The defense was always going to be a work in progress. It's hard to find great pass rushers, even when you have an ocean of cap space, because those guys aren't available in free agency. So that was always a 2024 solution, potentially. The offense was supposed to be headed in the right direction. And that is what has been so discouraging over the first 3 games. The offensive line's been a little bit banged up, but this goes beyond having a backup guard or 2 in the lineup. The structure of the offense looks to be completely out of whack for a quarterback like Justin Fields. He still doesn't look comfortable. Everything about it seems like they're in a state of discomfort and no one's on the same page. And the quarterback is regressing rather than progressing. You can put that on him. You can put that on the people in charge. You can put that on Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator. But wherever the blame ultimately lies here, this is heading in an untenable direction for this franchise and for this staff. And at a certain point, if we get to the end of the season and this is the product on the field, people are going to have to answer for it, even if it's only been 2 years of this regime.
Yeah, and we've heard Justin Fields even talk about how he felt about this. He said he felt robotic, he's not really being himself. And to me, that's problematic when you have to say that publicly. You know what I mean? That now you're trying to say, hey, this is not necessarily me. This is what I'm being told, and it's not something that I want to do, which I question that, because how come you're not having a conversation, meaning the quarterback, the quarterback's coach, or the offensive coordinator, about what fits his strengths best and how you can implement that on your offense? So I got to bear the question here, Robert. If this doesn't work out, do you think that the Bears are typically going to move on from him? And I say that meaning like Caleb Williams of sort. And I'm not even blaming Justin Fields on this, but we all know somebody has to be the scapegoat in this story, right?
If they're picking up near the top of the draft, if they have the number 1 pick, or with theirs and Carolina's first round picks, they can maneuver their way to the top of the draft, the decision is made for them. Caleb Williams is a potentially transformative prospect, and Drake May is somebody that people in the scouting community are very, very excited about. Yeah. So if you're picking in the top 5, the decision is made for you. You don't have to stick with Justin Fields because you were so bad that you don't feel compelled to see the Justin Fields process out. The question becomes, if that's the end of the road, if they're picking number 1 or they pick a quarterback in the top 5, is this the staff, and especially the offensive staff, that should oversee the career of that quarterback? I've done this so many times in Chicago, I can't even describe to you. The team is awful. They're picking in the first round. They need a quarterback. They draft a quarterback for a staff that is already on the hot seat. The staff, which didn't deserve to stick around, gets 1 year longer than they should. They get fired after drafting the quarterback, and then the new staff is saddled with a quarterback they didn't choose. It's happened twice in the last 6 years, and we very well could be on our way to it happening again, and I can't even describe to you what my reaction will be if it does.
I'm telling you, they all got to go. Hell, it's not just the staff. Like I said this, Robert, what Michael Smith the other day said with a straight face. He said it with a straight face. A little tongue-in-cheek, but he said it with a straight face. He delivered it well. He said, yeah, the Bears haven't had a quarterback since Luckman. He actually said that in 2023. He said the Bears haven't had a quarterback since Luckman. Wait, going to send Luckman
now, come
on us?
We're not going to act like Jay Cutler didn't do something there. Come on, man.
But the point is well taken. Like, Robert's right. We have seen this story play out over and over and over and over and over, going back to the 50s and 60s. So it's a bit of a thing in Chicago, or even 40s and 50s. Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.